We got our Swiss franc traders in the chat. I'm so glad you
Shout out to
revealed
the Swiss franc.
yourselves.
So
Oh,
yesterday we
okay.
took that aggressive trade in the Russell, right? We got short with the urgency in the Russell. If you look at the opening range here in the S&P and the Nasdaq, that VWAP is still inside of that range, which tells down market for now. So this is where I start to slow myself down a little bit and say, you know what, we might see some cleaner trades, some cleaner direction later in the day. We're only 18 minutes into the session, so
Yeah.
sometimes you
Okay. I'm gonna
give
go
the
ahead
market
and
a little
flat.
time to fly there, Dakota.
Yeah. That's a good trade. That made up. I hate saying making up for a trade, but I had a loss during slow markets. I'm now green on the screen. Buyers just kept stepping in. Nvidia was down 1%. We're now only down 0.5%. So we're starting to see buyers come in on a lot of these Tech 9 stock. Broadcom back up to 4%. So buyers resilient.
VIX back below 22. 10-year still rising, though, in yield. 4.144. Interesting. That seems to jive with the correlation right now has been if oil keeps going higher, the 10-year yield does as well. Wow.
Talk about wick stop loss was a better entry. It popped up and
Wick
I just
City.
scratched it. Now that's all
Settlement
right.
rejection again there in the Nasdaq.
Dollar's strengthening today.
That's been the other one. That has been the flight to safety trade. How do we know that? Well, because bond yields are going up means that bonds are selling off, so they're not really going there. Also, I think it's just a very hard trade right now to, in the past, the metals would be a place you go, but there's so much volatility there.
Yeah, I'd be hard to put.
No,
Yeah,
if you're just trying to like put stuff somewhere safe, seems to be dollars
yeah,
at the moment.
I would agree. It's like you're looking for a safe haven. Do you really want to put money into gold or silver with how volatile it's been? It's
Yeah, silver's up like 250% over the last year.
yeah. Like I was saying, talking to Coach Jay last night. Every single time I looked at silver for the past 2 months, it's been up or down 5%. It's starting to settle down a little bit, but I think just Monday this week we were down 10% on silver. Oh, look at the equities pushing up
There's no
session
volume
highs.
trading there. That's why these moves are so big. Order
I
book's
never
like
thought I
extremely
would
thin.
be involved with like silver much because it was kind of, I don't know, didn't move a whole lot, but it's a very interesting product for volatility trading, especially like when you have something that moves a ton and can't go to zero like stocks can and do.
Yeah. Buyers just right back
You've been
in.
looking at options
Buyers.
trade there, Jack. SLV trades.
Yeah, I have been involved in that.
Nice.
Jack had a pretty badass trade at Power Hour yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, we're a futures trading platform, so we'll try and handle that. Is like I was saying earlier, I just have trouble not doing hedged positions in this. And if that trade presents, I'll keep on taking it this week and I'll tell you the price in and we'll see it play out.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, we got put skew. We got skew right now. So whenever it gets high with these uncertainties, the risk reward on like a vertical spread, basically the skew means that the further out of the money are more expensive than usual, right? So it gives you some opportunities at some pretty wild reward profiles, right?
Yeah.
um Theoretically it didn't play out the whole way, but it was like it could have been a 10-to-1 trade. And I was thinking going to power hour, like, really 10-to-1 that we don't sell off 20-30 points in the last hour when we're in a war with Iran and they're closing the straits just seemed crazy.
Fair enough. And Yeah, futures, right? This is primary thing, futures, spot futures, directional, but options play a big role in these financial markets, and so I think it really is important to be talking about it, talking about that, and we have what various levels of experienced traders and new traders in that's just getting involved in these markets and understanding. I mean, what was it? A few months ago, we were talking about how big of a role options are in like some of the different countries, right? Where the volume on the options in their exchange is like, man, so dramatic. It's basically is their market.
Like I said yesterday, that's what like Option Black told me was when Jane Street got in trouble for essentially moving the Indian stock market at will
Yeah, that's what it is. Yes.
because there were way more like it was there was way more options going on than the actual underlying. So it was the tail wagging the dog.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, good old GameStop, man. That's when a lot of people learned about gamma squeeze.
Mm-hmm.
Short of one lot in the Russell, just at the upper extreme of this range. We're holding that New York session. Sorry, we're holding the full session view up again here. Risking about 250 on this trade. Just a one ATR move on the 3-minute chart. See if this range holds. Now I'll be back to flat on the day. 26, 16, 10 is that price.
Now, if I was going to take a trade in the futures today, same thing I've been saying all week. It's either got to be see money, take money, which I'm terrible at. So I won't do that. It's then waiting for like really big levels. The reason I took the option trade yesterday was because we couldn't get to 6,900 here, which is, I would have effed around with a short there, but we just weren't getting it.
Okay. I still don't mind the shorts up here. I still don't mind them.
No.
Just a very mixed bag. A very mixed bag across the Tech 9 stocks.
Yeah. Nothing is highlighted in red in my news feed yet. That will change, I promise you.
Oh, absolutely, Jack.
For
Feels like the market's
now,
waiting for it to change.
yeah. And we are hanging out around that 6850. Once again, if we zoom out real far, that's a pretty comfy place in this range. Maybe 6,900 I would call the absolute middle of this range we've been in for 3 months or whatever now.
Mm-hmm. So this is what's Dakota looking at? Phenoms. I'm looking at the Nasdaq, and then I have a watch list with the Tech 9 stocks. We call them Tech 9 because now we have Walmart, right? Nvidia, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Tesla, Meta, Broadcom.
Broadcom. Yeah.
Yep. So just watching it, and it's mixed. It's like a Christmas tree. It's red and green across the board. We got Broadcom up 4%, and we have Walmart down 2.5 now. Walmart, the new tech stock of the 2027, 2026. Yeah. Why is Walmart there?
All right.
Because Walmart's a tech stock, Freedom.
It's in the
Always good
NASDAQ.
conversation piece. It's like Walmart, Nvidia, potatoes.
All
Walmart
right, there you go. I'm
and
flat on that Russell
Costco.
trade, so down 850.
Okay.
Costco's in the Nasdaq also.
It is.
Oh, look at Nasdaq pumping now. This was just a dip to buy, Jack. This was just a dip to buy.
That's been the play in the morning,
Yeah,
at
yeah.
least.
Sell off overnight, buy it up in the New York session.
In the absence of some news that reduces the uncertainty, in which case I'm gig along to the moon with everybody else, is I just don't trust these rallies. Setting up kind of like yesterday.
Mm. Yesterday was a good rally, though.
It was.
Today's looking very similar. A lot of resistance up in these lower 200s. And if we start breaking through that, then I can see 400s coming to play. To be honest, you zoom out on a higher time frame, and there it is. A lot of resistance at these 25080s, 25090s, which is why I was liking those shorts to start the morning. That's why I got in some shorts. Green on the screen. We broke out, and I mean, we basically hung around there for most of the night, and we held it. We held this level, this zone. And if we start to break out, that next level I have is these 25,400s, 25,000 upper 300s. So I don't see a reason why we would not want to go up there if we find some buyers stepping into this market. We do have non-farm payroll tomorrow as well, so that might get spicy.
Oh yeah. Maybe some like micro resistance here, but definitely not enough for me to short. I'm still waiting for the 6,900 if it comes. We'll be patient.
Session highs.
First hour.
Well, no news is good news.
Yeah.
That's for sure.